OXIDE XBRL Solutions is proud to announce the availability of the OXIDE Web. The OXIDE solution provides a cloud-hosted XBRL repository containing a complete set of financial reports submitted by public companies using the Extensible Business Reporting Language Standard. OXIDE Web delivers an open-source community website with easy access to the XBRL repository, as well as web-based analysis and collaboration tools. With OXIDE Web, you can examine a range of information from the XBRL repository and other websites combined into a single view, which lets you thoroughly analyze companies to gain new insights into current and future performance and share that information with others. In addition, the OXIDE community can help you learn XBRL, develop your analytic skills, and collaborate on the investigation of companies to reveal trends and anomalies. Already have a personal finance or investment blog? OXIDE Web lets you easily implement company rankings based on your own criteria using financial reports and other information, and then publish that to your blog, Twitter account, Facebook, or virtually any website. With OXIDE Web, you avoid the costly data warehouse solution that's typically required to storage large data sets like this one. OXIDE Web does the work for you. OXIDE Web stores all the financial reports in one place. The repository stores XBRL data natively, where the standard XQuery language is used to process the data. This is how the complexity of a data warehouse environment is avoided. The only trade-off is a slightly more complex XQuery language, but don't worry, OXIDE community experts are making their XQueries available for everyone to use. No installation is required with OXIDE. Simply register on OXIDE Web and you have immediate access to the XBRL repository plus the tools you need to query and create reports. Keep in mind that OXIDE is open source, so you can choose to download and install OXIDE to your local machine if you prefer. OXIDE Web also lets you integrate data from other websites like Yahoo Finance. For example, if your custom company ranking formula requires access to the current moving average, that is easily retrieved and incorporated into your calculations. So how does OXIDE Web make all these financial reports and tools available in a way that's easy to view and analyze? When new filings are posted to the SEC, OXIDE Web gets the data immediately. It then submits the filing to a unique process that unlocks the valuable data, preparing it for analysis. The facts and static data are each stored separately in a way that optimizes viewing and analysis for each type of data. The entire process simplifies the financial data and makes it easy to view and analyze. You can arrange to be immediately notified when new data is available, or you can log in and view the new data when you're ready. One of the secrets to OXIDE's power is the way in which company filing data is sifted, organized, and stored. The standard contents of an XBRL submission include several XML documents, including an XML instance, schema, definitions, calculations, presentation, and labels. None of these documents is very useful in the form they are submitted. They each define an aspect of the submission, and not until they are normalized do they represent a consumable format. The traditional approach requires the data to be inserted into a relational database, like a data warehouse, before it can be converted, a process that adds significant and unnecessary complexity. The OXIDE approach is to integrate the data as XML and store it immediately in an XML database without any added codes. This creates a normalized instance of the data with all of the pieces of information from the submitted instance, including schemas and labels. The OXIDE client is a set of Adobe Flex modules plugged into a simple user interface framework. The modules access the web server through a REST interface, which in turn accesses one of the distributed services supporting the OXIDE Web. Depending on the desired data, an XQuery script is run against the XML database, or static content is returned from the web server file system. The OXIDE Web can also access third-party interfaces, delivering a seamless integration of data on the server side without the client being affected. The XML data access is driven by an XQuery engine using an open standard to access and transform XML documents. Client views can be extended with new charts or graphs by writing HTML or Flex scripts, and community members are encouraged to make their modules available in the public library. The repository allows the community to create and share analysis results of the XBRL data. The OXIDE Web is built on a solid foundation of robust and scalable cloud-based infrastructure. The architecture supports multiple redundant copies of the data across different physical nodes and scalable parallel execution of queries with a central combination of results. The same big data solutions powered by MapReduce and Hadoop are used to bring high-power processing to the OXIDE Web. The OXIDE web has many features and advantages. We can't go into all the details here, but they are listed for your reference. The OXIDE web supports a range of user types to create value for individual investors all the way to developers, but you don't have to be a developer to gain value from the SEC filings. Even basic investors can use the reports created by OXIDE web and by others in the community. The platform is open, so it allows for new development and continuous innovation as investors learn to gain value from the XBRL findings. Now we'll have a quick demonstration of OXIDE web by Pete Cleary, lead developer.
The first modules we chose to develop are the taxonomy viewer, which is to provide the basic ability to view and traverse one of the most basic building blocks of the XBRL standard, which is the taxonomy. The goal is to be able to understand the various submission document formats and the relationships identified in the various link bases. The next module is the corporation viewer. The idea is to provide the ability to get a list of all companies that submit filings and display the codes for each company that are necessary to build reports. The next module is the filings by industry viewer. We felt it was necessary to try and expose every aspect of the filing from all the submitted documents and detailed views of the electronic data. The electronic instance data is viewable in the hierarchical forms, including presentation, calculations, and definitions. In addition, we included a stock view and a news view to try and provide an integrated set of source data for analysis. The data for the stock view and the news views comes from Yahoo Financials. The platform allows integration from multiple sources. We've also included a reports module. It provides graphs and detail for specific views into the electronic XBRL data. Reports are XML documents created and stored in the XML database. We use a graph builder that takes the XML and creates graphical representation of the data. The next module is the report builder. We currently support basic ratios and concept reports for this module. The report builder just provides the parameters for the underlying query scripts which are used to generate the reports. The user can select concepts from any taxonomy or elements from Yahoo Financials. Our report shows all the history for all the contexts. The next module is the XML database admin view. This module provides the basic access to the underlying XML data storage of the XBRL submissions. This view also supports the development, testing, and deployment of the XQuery scripts that provide data for the user interface as well as all the reports. In addition to the XBRL instance data, we store all our reference data in the form of XML documents. These include corporation details, taxonomies, SEC RSS documents to provide a historical view of all filings. Almost all data that is shown in the user interface comes from the XML data by executing query scripts, and the results are returned to the interface for display. This module provides the ability to create custom XQuery scripts that can be used to transform results directly into XML or HTML.
Thanks, Pete. That was great. Give OXIDE Web a try today. Visit www.oxide-solutions.com to register for immediate access, view tutorials, and ask questions in the forum. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.